it's gonna be... what's happened? What's happening? Simple but usage. What's happening? What happened there? But yeah, where you go into a game right now. The music is enabled. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be the... on the bottom left, it's gonna be eXo.Specs with the red Protoss. On the top right, it's JackDReaper on the pink Terran. And already notice the control groups there from Jack. I think the point of the 120 is usually for APM. Just, you know, just something for your hands to do. Just a quick little warm up. And I believe I have an APM tab right here. And just look at that. Look at the APM from these guys. We literally just started and already they're at 200 APM. Absolutely ridiculous there. Let's stay on someone's camera angle. Look at this JackDReaper just flipping in and out. And he's the one with the lower APM. So I'm actually very, very impressed by StarCraft players, how they can actually manage this in the first place. Just bouncing around, you know, the whole map, just knowing exactly what to do. And this is always in faster. Competitive is played on faster, not normal.
Are under attack.
And let's go back into this. Oh, the probe! The probe being very, very cheeky. The SCV under a lot of damage. Here comes the other probe. Oh, the probe could have actually gotten killed around the SCV. Could have traded that. Just, you know, delay the barracks a little. But it's gonna be eXo.Specs just running around as much as he can with that probe. He gets cornered. JackDReaper, though, just going for a few punches. I think the probe does have the small advantage 1v1 until another SCV shows up to go for the repair because of the shields. In the meantime, while this hero probe just being very, very cheeky, a second nexus being put up, it is gonna be a gateway into an expansion right here. I don't think I see Fort Fast expands anymore in the first place with all the gateway changes with the warp gate. Also, you want to rush out those adepts as soon as possible. Just build order wise, gonna be eXo.Specs putting up another pylon. Cybercore is out, and here comes the first adept. The warp gate should start in just a bit as well. eXo.Specs, I'm confused why he's not building out that warp gate research yet. You know, that's one of the most important things. There you go. Every second, for me, every second counts for warp gate. If every second you don't have warp gate, literally slows down your whole game by a very significant factor. So of course, we do have the adept coming out, warp gate being built as well. But here's the Reaper right now. JackDReaper taking care of the work with this Reaper, just harassing the second base. And the adept, not really the fastest unit without the shade. Look at the Reaper hop up. Gonna go on to the bottom left and hop down. Just very, very annoying so far. Here, fast bird. Okay. The adept chasing off the Reaper, though. He's gonna heal up with those drugs. But for now, looks like eXo.Specs will not have to deal with a very, very annoying jetpack cat in this fight for now. Starport, factory, and barracks gonna be being built up. I've only seen 1-1-1s here from all the Terrans. It's like the flexibility of the 1-1 is actually very, very solid. You get a whole load of options with the mine gonna be crawling his way to victory as well. Adept, though, might be able to meet them. Oh, will they see each other? Will they see each other? No, they go into different directions instead. Look at the main mine just come out onto the middle instead. The adept might be able to do a bunch of damage if the shade gets past the bunker. Oh, the adept taking damage already. And the shields are gone. Supply depot comes up and whoa, in his face. Oh, the supply depot came back up. It's very, very dangerous. So the depth instead will go for the expansion. It takes 3 hits to kill an SCV, but this is a really bad spot here for the Protoss. And look at that, a firing squad comes out, gets rid of that harasser right there. The mine is out in front of the base as well, but already an observer here from eXo.Specs. Really smart to actually notice what Jack was building in the first place. We'll see. eXo.Specs doesn't spot out the Widow Mine yet. Finally sees it. Might be able to spot it at the corner of his eye. Might just, you know, run past it as well. eXo.Specs doesn't really know anything besides the barracks. Just using his general knowledge of the game. Just using what he knows, what might be coming out. Gonna be an Immortal right now. The Reaper gonna come back in. The Immortal in a really weird rally spot actually. The Reaper is basically the enforcer so far here of this game. JackDReaper right now using that Reaper scout out any probe is gonna go for a third expansion, keeping eXo.Specs into a second base. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's cool. It's like a Zerg thingy. It's a Zerg hologram. But anyway, in terms of upgrades, we only have warp gates so far. No +1s here for the side. It's gonna be a medivac drop though here from JackDReaper. He's gonna put it into the middle line. Has eXo.Specs actually spotted this out? Boom! He gets a solid hit right there onto the probes. Getting 1/3 of the middle line. The Widowmine gonna fly away, and nope, he's being ignored by the purifiers. Wait. Please pause. Okay, okay, so apparently pauses don't show up on replays. That's cool. That's actually a lot better than Overwatch already, dude. It's like superior to Overwatch. Best game, a live game. Go. Okay, so I'll turn off the camera real quick. Oh, go fix them. I'll turn it off. So anyway, medivac now. Widow mining around. Just someone shy, a little shy right there. Doesn't want to be seen on camera. The Widow mine here will just decide to go for the harassment, and this always gives Jack a lot of time to macro up because he has the APM to actually keep on building his base. And look at that already. Refinery is being covered out. Gonna be tech labbing his way to victory. Marauders being built. Combat shield is gonna be coming out as soon as possible. Step back as well. It's gonna be a heavy biological army. Finally, the Widow mine gets taken care of. The observer right there. Medivac will be coming home empty-handed. RIP hero Widow mine. But and coming back in, it's like LBC right here for JackDReaper. He lost the Widow mine, yes, but now he's gonna have a special delivery of 4 Marines and 2 Marauders all the way to the primary base here of eXo.Specs. The Robo Bay has been built up. There's a cannon there into the mineral line, and look at how many gates. Look at how many gates this guy has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 8 warp gates right there. There's the 9th right there, turning the gateway, so he can actually warp in a heavy army. But now JackDReaper taking care of the pylons, and this is actually a huge pickup by Jack. You guys wouldn't notice. Like, oh, killing a pylon wouldn't be small, but no, this actually supplies bulk eXo.Specs. So now he only has exactly what he has to contend with for this push. It's gonna be the medivac though, gonna fly away with those thrusters. Vroom, says the medivac, and you know he's just gonna stay there instead. This is a pretty scary army here though for eXo.Specs. He has 1 Colossus, gonna be Stalkers as well as Adepts. No Zealots though to be noticed here from the Protoss so far. No real frontline besides the Immortals. Gonna be a mid tier. A mid-range engagement rather here for eXo.Specs, and there's no blink, so the Stalker Giant is just hobble away because of shot. No, and the Stalker will just die right in front, and this is actually gonna be a pretty solid harass. Artosis Pylon, that's an Artosis Pylon right there, and JackDReaper spots this out. eXo.Specs, boom, goes all those warp gates. They're all powered down. The Marines and the Marauders have done their jobs. The medivac will fall, try to fly away. Nope, it's not gonna work out. But the damage has been done. This puts another huge hamper there onto eXo.Specs' strategy, and this gives JackDReaper so much more time to tech up. He actually hasn't been building too much in terms of army. He has a pretty solid army in the first place. He has 21 Marines, he has 8 Marauders, and just medivacs to go for the drop play, but he doesn't have anything huge. Instead, he's using all that opportunity to macro up, to get the upgrades that he wants, to get +1 on 2 weapons, and here comes another drop play, but the folding cannon is on point. Will the medivac fly away? Oh, he leaves some people behind. That's so unfortunate. The Marauder going for the last stand. It's the medivac just watching the poor grenadier just die. Medivac will just die as well. But as I was saying, JackDReaper now spending all that money, just trying to produce another set of upgrades right here. Finally, Zealot charge coming out from eXo.Specs. That means we should expect some Zealots to come out very, very soon. Where is the Twilight? Where's the Twilight? I'm actually surprised he went for Zealot instead of Blink, because he could do a lot more with the Blink. Just blink away out from those Marauders. In the meantime, Next is being protected. Just the Reaper there going for a quick little last stand. But anyway, finally, we see some Zealots being tossed out into the fray. I thought we were gone. Okay. Bad. Being tossed out into the fray, the charge should be coming out. There is the armor as well, so 1-1 so far here for the ground. On the other hand, it might be 2-1 here for Jack. And this Bio army still not really being heavily countered. Vikings come out as well, and this is actually perfect here for JackDReaper. This will easily take care of the Colossus. The Colossus is the biggest and baddest opponent JackDReaper has right now, and if he gets rid of all the Colossi here, these 2 Colossi, they're just gonna fall down like those what do you call it? Those tripods in War of the Worlds. Very, very unfortunate there for eXo.Specs, but here comes the army here from JackDReaper. The observer does spot this out. He sees that Jack is trying to set up. In the meantime, the Medivac's gonna go for the harass play once again. Oh! Did he just what? How do you go back? How do you go back? I have to see that again. I don't know how to go back. I don't know how to go back. Replay. How do you go back? B. Okay. Did he just break his own stuff? What? So Forge dies, and there's the recall, and oh, he did break his own stuff. Okay, that's a lot more damage than eXo.Specs. I mean, JackDReaper would have expected there. And now here comes the engagement from another drop plate. The pressure being applied here by Jack. All trifold. The Zealot's gonna be warped in, gonna charge into the Marines. They're gonna get sliced up, but there comes the load. Medivac will be flying off, and now JackDReaper getting in position once again. The observer though spotting this out. And the real question is, does Jack know that the observer's there? No, he doesn't. That would have been the next level plays. Just putting up these Marines Marauders there to just bait the army out to go off position. But now here comes the main army here from the Protoss. It means the drop play all the way in the backline, once again doing the damage that needs to be done. Warpins come out, it's gonna be another Stalker, but it's not gonna be enough to contend with the Marine Brother Ball. The Colossus gonna clean up, and this might be a base race here between both squads. The pylon gets destroyed, so Warpins are gonna be offline here, so no more reinforcements gonna be coming out from eXo.Specs. The Protoss army creeping into the base, but this isn't the best time here for eXo.Specs. JackDReaper cleaning up all those workers, the supply going heavily in favor of JackDReaper right now. And in the meantime, as the damage being done there into that base, here comes the engagement. No, they get melted. That gets melted so quickly. No way to reinforce right now. Force Fuse come out. Doesn't really get any ISO play. The bunker just being a distraction. And the bunker unloaded. Doesn't really do much, but it's actually taking all the pressure away from JackDReaper's Vikings and Marines and Marauders, and this is gonna be the game here. JackDReaper gonna be taking this. eXo.Specs just losing way too much in terms of power supply. Okay, and that was actually very impressive. So, okay, we can go back. Hello. Say hi to the But yeah, actually, it was a very solid game there between the two. I actually enjoyed that. Just the drop play coming out from JackDReaper, putting pressure here, and Widowmine. The Widowmine getting a huge hit a while ago. So Jack just playing that in terms of both macro and micro perfectly, going for a heavy bio composition and dealing with the incoming Colossi with a smart response to Vikings. He has the reactor sec anyway to go for the double pump Vikings, just get rid of those Colossi before dropping down to do a bunch of damage, to do tank up as well. So yeah, that's the first game right there. We'll go on to the next one of this series between JackDReaper and eXo.Specs.